Grab your cup. Have you ever been ghosted? Like you're talking with someone, or you're in a slight relationship with someone, or even maybe a bigger relationship, and they just disappear. They just stop communicating with you. That's ghosting. So if there's abuse present, real abuse, and somebody disappears, that's not ghosting. That's self-protection. I'm talking about there's no abuse. It's just you're having some level of relationship, some level of communication, might be very surface, but still. And all of a sudden they just stop showing up. They just stop responding. That's ghosting. And what that tells you, because it feels painful, it feels like, what did I do wrong? Why did that happen? It can feel upsetting, at least it does for me. But what it tells you is that person has a pattern of avoidance. That person is uncomfortable communicating. That person doesn't know how to have conversations that require a mature interaction. So the way that they get through life is avoiding issues that are uncomfortable. And it just comes from growing up in a household where they never saw modeled for them well-handled conflicting conversations. They probably saw plenty of conflict, but it wasn't well handled. It was either handled explosively and then everybody pretended it never happened, or it was just not handled at all. Whatever it was, it's the way that they saw things handled, and so they learned, in order to deal with things that are uncomfortable, means I just really don't deal with them. I don't have the conversations. I don't actually communicate. I take myself away. So it's not personal, even though it feels like it. But it is something that you want to consider. Is that someone that you want to be in relationship with? Because it might be conversations, it might be around money. If money is an issue or there's a concern, they don't ever want to look at it. They don't ever want to really get out and dig down into the numbers and figure out how to make something different. They just avoid it. Or health. Just don't go to the doctor. I don't want to get the bad news, right? So it's a pattern of avoidance rather than a powerful and mature way to deal with life as it comes or to have conversations. So healing is actually sexy. Healing is sexy because when someone does what it takes to recognize, I avoid conversations that should be had, I disappear rather than take on things in life, and they see that and they decide to learn new behaviors, they decide to take on new patterns, now that's a person you want to be in relationship with. Now that's a person that's going to actually shift something in their life rather than just avoid it and let it stay there and fester. So ghosting is just an indication to you. It could be a red flag if it's someone that you're considering to be in a relationship with, like a partnership. Could be a red flag. I would say it is a red flag. But it's not personal to you, even when it's painful. Just look and see. They're communicating with you in the way that they can, which is really no communication. They're letting you know that they don't have any skills around really communicating, being in conflict, coping in a powerful way. So that's ghosting. Healing is sexy. If you're a person who does that, who just disappears or takes themselves away, healing is sexy, all right? Look at it from that point of view. It's not necessarily easy, but it certainly makes you want to be someone that other people want to be around. Have a good day.